Welcome back to Learn Fast with RK. In this session we are going to learn about the tuples. Tuples are the data structures which are available in the Python programming language. These tuples are denoted as an immutable data structure. We create a tuple variable by using the constructor k equal to tuple. Print what is the type of k, it is going to display as tuple. Now how we can initialize the tuple variable, we are going to see that. For example, t1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let us print what is this t1. So now t1 is embedded within the parenthesis. You can initialize the tuple in two ways. Directly you can give this parenthesis here, otherwise without giving the parenthesis also it will consider it as a tuple. Now t1 is a tuple. If you want to verify what is the type of this, type of t1, you compile and execute. Now you will get the t1 is of the type tuple. In order to see what are the list of the elements of the tuple, just print t1 and then press enter. Now the t1 is having 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let us see how we can access the tuple. Now t1 is already populated with some values. In order to access the t1, we use an index to access any tuple variable. Here if we want to access the first element, we need to give 0. As we already seen, the t1 is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 elements. Among that we are accessing the first element. In order to access the first element, we give that index value as 0. Similarly, it can be used as in one of the sequence for I in t1, every element in the t1. Now I am printing all. Similarly, I can also use all the slicing operations can also be used in order to access the tuple elements. So t1 is having 4 elements. In order to show the second and the third element, I am going to 1, 2, 3. Now it is giving the element 2, 3. Let us try to delete the elements of the tuple t1. We are having the del function t1 of 2. Because the tuple is an immutable variable, inserting or deleting any element into the tuple or any element from the tuple is not allowed. So let us try to access that. So it is giving us an error. So this error is, let us try to run that. The tuple object does not support item deletion. Let us also try to insert the value or modify the value t1 of 2 equal to 4. Previously t1 of 2 is 3. Now we want to change that to 4. So tuple object does not support the item assignment. Suppose if we try to access an element which is an out of range, for example t1 is having only 4 elements, I am trying to access the t1 of 10, then it is giving us an error, tuple index out of range. So these are some of the things that we need to remember while you are accessing the tuple element. Tuple is an immutable object, so we cannot delete, modify the tuple elements, or even we cannot insert the values. For example, if you want to say t1 of 5 equal to 4, 3, then also it is going to give us an error. The type item assignment is not possible with the tuple. But we can delete the complete tuple element by using the method called as del of del t1. Now let us try to access what is this t1. So it is giving us an error. So t1 is no more present in our tuple. Now let us see some of the methods that are over the tuple. In order to see what are the methods which are available in this tuples, we have one method called as an dir of tuple. These are all the system defined variables. Only these two are the methods. One is a count and then index. So you can only make use of either count or index with this tuple variable. We already have the tuple variable t2. Let us check. So t2 is having 5 elements. How many 3s were present in my tuple? So in order to see that, t2 dot count of 3. So it has displayed 1. Suppose if I want to change this, instead of 3, 5, that gives me 1 again. For example, let us, so the 15 is not present, so hence it is 0. t2 dot index. t2 dot index will return us where this value 4 present in our tuple. So value 4 is present in the index value 3. The first value is stored at the location 0, 1, 2, and then 4 is located at the index value 3. Similarly, you can also make use of other functions such as a length function. So length of T2. So it will return us the total number of elements present in this T2. Between the list and tuple is the mutable sequence of the elements, whereas a tuple is an immutable sequence of the elements. And it is also having very limited number of the functions. I just wanted to show you what are the functions which are available with the list. This is having so many functions, but whereas the tuple is having only 2 of the functions. Why should we use this tuples instead of the list? One practical application without the difference. I am taking 2 variables, one is L1, other one is in T1. L1 is a list of the values which ranges from 0 to 10,000. T1 is a tuple which is constructed with the same kind of the values. Now let us try to check out how much time incurred in accessing this list. I just run it again and my execution is completed. This time 1 stores the value before and then time 2 stores value after. Now we are going to find out how much time it has taken for this. So it is showing that the value is 1.626. Similarly, let us try to print all the elements of the tuple. We didn't execute those 2 values. Execution is done. This is taking 1.62 seconds, whereas in the other way of accessing the tuples is taking only 1.54 seconds. The number of elements that you will access increases, the time difference will be changed. So we can conclude from this experiment that tuples are more faster when compared with a list. We can also perform the tuple comparison. The elements in the tuple 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, if the elements in the tuple 2 1, 5, 3, 4, then if you just try to execute what is whether it is a T1 is less than T2 or not, it has given us true. Why? Because first it will verify the first 2 elements 1 and then 1. Because these 2 are same, then it will go to the next element. The next element is 2 in T1 tuple and then 5 in T2 tuple. This 2 is less than 5, hence it is returning true. Let us change this case and then try. So now we have given the 7 as the second element. Now it is displaying it as in false. So that is how the tuple comparison will work. Now let us see how the tuples can be made using the dictionaries as an application. First names as one of the tuple and num as another tuple. Now we are trying to create a dictionary with these 2 tuples. Dictionary can be created. Dictionary is having the name value pair. We are considering the first name as a name or an index and then second one as a value number 5. A dictionary will be created like Ram 144, Shyam 334, Krish 6454. Let us execute this and let us try to print out the items in this D2. So the items in this D2 are Ram 144, Shyam 334, Krish 6454. Each of them is considered as one of the tuple. In order to access the elements of this, our tuple has an index. Using the tuple index, then the accessing speed will be very fast when we use list as a dictionary index to access the dictionary. Tuples are made use in such a kind of the value where the values will not change. What are the colors in WebJar? Index of the database, flavors of the ice. Similarly, we can have many kinds of the such sort of applications for this tuple. In such cases only the tuples are best utilized. Though the functions in this tuples are very limited, but it is having the strong expression capability in improving the speed of the accessing element. Thank you for listening to this session.